So what is going on, guys? My name is Lethal and welcome back to the first, or technically the first episode of the CSGO strat series. In today's video we're going to be covering Mirage. I hinted at this in the start off episode where I explained all the different strategies and what they mean. In this episode we're going to be covering Mirage in depth and I'm going to be giving you the strats that you can run with your team, whether it's in just normal games that hopefully will help you get a victory. So the way this video is going to work is going to be very simple. I'm going to split it into three sections. We're going to cover the A site, middle, and then B. And these are just all the strats I thought of off the top of my head and all the ones that I kind of, when I brainstormed this idea, kind of had on. If I miss any, I do apologise. There's always people coming up with creative ways and creative strategies. So, if I do miss any, I do apologise. And if you would like me to cover one in depth, just leave me a comment down below and we'll get around to it. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the A site. So the first type of strategy, or the first type of strategy I'm going to be talking about when it comes to the site, is pick plays. Now, this is typically done with an AWP. However, you can have your AK do some of the ones I'm about to talk about. So the first one you can do is a pick play out towards the A ramp. Whether this is AWP AK, it really depends. Whoever's got a great spawn and typically feels pretty confident, just rushes all the way down the A ramp and out to the site. What you do is you get a guy to throw a flash over, hopefully blinds people on site. If they're trying to crush stairs, they're blind. It should be a free kill for this guy. You can do it with the AWP as well. See, the AWP just has to hit one shot and then they're dead. The other one that I would recommend is you send two people into Palace, one ideally being the AWPer, and then you get one of these guys to jump across to here. They can clear out the whole balcony. In turn, you hopefully bait this guy, or this guy to take a shot if they're playing any of these angles. If not, you clear them, you don't need to worry about them. And then hopefully you can get your AWPer to peek and take a shot and hopefully get the kill. And then you're in a 4v5 situation. So let's have a quick look how that would look in game. So, like we just said, usually you would send two people in Palace. The first guy would usually just jump across to here so he can clear out this angle as we draw on the map. What you do is you will get your AWPer once he's jumped across to usually peek the jungle spot. Most AWPers will tend to play this very narrow angle because it is a very tough shot to hit. However, they could be playing a bit of an off angle, so you'd have to be wary of that. But you clear that, or you would clear your AWPer would clear that, and then clear the jump up here, and then it would clear the stairs because the three spots that they can be playing. If you see here, you got a perfect line into jungle, and it's a very narrow shot to for the other opposite hit. Obviously, the most common one being stairs, and he sitting there, and then being obviously in the jungle corner. Now, what I will say and what I did forgot to draw on the map is that you can so say you've cleared all this, you see no one's there, you can get your AK guy to kind of walk out onto site to check it out, and if he gets killed from CT, you could always trade the CT kill. Most swappers will play behind the box because of the angle, it's only a headshot angle, or they play very far back CT like here, just so that it's an narrow angle once again. So that is just the pick plays that you can run on the A site. Now let's jump into a bit more of another pick play, I think it is. So let's jump into it. So the next type of strategy, or the next set of strategies we can cover on the A site is kind of what you can do in a pistol round, but you can do it regardless anyway in whatever round. I just prefer to do them on pistols. One requires you to buy two smokes, the other one requires you to buy one. So if you're specifically going to do this in a pistol round, obviously you can make the decision on if you would rather more armor, or more armor and like less better pistols, or less armor and a couple P250s along with your smokes. So there's two ways you can do this. One, you can fight this area, or you can fight this area. So if you want to fight, let's say we're going to cover CT first. This is personally my favorite, and the one I would do is you have two people by smokes. You smoke off stairs, and you smoke off jungle, and then you can usually plant for everywhere. That's the spot that I would pick. Oh, whoops. So then what you do after that is you tell your people to clear the whole entire site and push through CT and clear this and just hold this area. I know that gets a bit squiggly, but what you do is you hold this area. So we've got this smoke, and we've pushed CT. Now you can leave a guy in ramp, you can leave a guy in palace. I would usually stick two people here purely for the fact that if they get pushed, the trade factor or the trade percentage is a lot higher. And then you can just stick a guy on site, and there you go, you got 5 people. Bearing in mind you don't lose anyone. This is personally my favorite one to do purely because I will explain in 2 seconds. The other way you can do is you can tell your team to smoke CT and then fight this whole entire area. Reason I don't like this one so much, but I thought I'd bring it up, is some teams just prefer to do it. I've seen pro teams do it, but the reason I personally don't like this one is purely because you're going to be fighting numerous different angles. Say you got a guy in jungle, say there's a guy short, and there's a guy stairs. You're fighting 3 people, and then let's just say, for example, one of the B guys rotates, goes through window and decides to jump mid. Then you got 4 guys all in the space shooting a load of people in a massive open gap. However, people still do it, as I say. So let's have a quick jump into game and see what that looks like. So let's see what the 2 pistol strats will look like on A. The first one will be the CT one. So if you smoke that CT, make sure you have a guy watch the jump up just in case anybody does push it. And then you just get your guys to fight the stairs, jungle. I would recommend you push jungle so you have some sort of map control. Clear out jungle, clear out this angle, and hold the cubby hole. Obviously you can hold the ladder and push as well. And then you also clear out connectors so you have full control over mid, or most of the mid, and into jungle. You can then plan either here or here, and these guys here or these guys here can see it. So yeah, that is what the first one looks like. So now let's see what the other one will look like. So what you would do is you would smoke stairs, please don't roll down, and then you can smoke here as well. And then that obviously blocks off the whole of that, and then you fight CT. Make sure you push a guy or 2 guys into CT, then clear out this angle and make sure no one's there. If people are there, you can just get the information, relay it to your team. You can have a guy on site, a guy ramp, and a guy palace, and obviously with these 2 blocked, you only have to focus on 1 major area. So yeah, those are the 8 pistol strats you can do. So the next strategy that I've got on A is the standard default one that you'll see a lot of teams run when it comes to this map. It's a very typical, very typical A strat, but I would include it just so you can see what it looks like. So this requires 3 people in the ramp area, and you can send the other 2 palace, or you can send 4 ramp. Have 1 guy watching the push here, and then 1 guy in palace that has his own job to do. So let's cover what we need everyone to do. So you need a person roughly here, a person roughly here, and a person roughly here. These 3 are going to be these designated smokers. Nope, not smoking cigarettes, smoking the map. Very cheesy joke, I do apologise. So what you do is you get all of these to throw these certain smokes. So we get CT smoke, a jungle smoke, and a stairs smoke. The first guy that's watching, I wouldn't get him to throw a Molotov, but if he's in this ramp area, you will get him to molly sandwich. This puts the risk of someone jumping from stairs, so here, into sandwich very low, because they're not going to want to stand in a Molotov, and if you don't know, the more Molotovs on the ground, the more damage it does, so the more it spreads, the bigger the damage it does, so they're definitely not going to jump into that. The second guy that comes out ramp mollies bench, and then this guy in palace mollies underground, and then if you want, you can even get the third guy to molly triple box, and that way you can SU on the A site. Everywhere's blocked out, the rotators have got nowhere to look. You've mollied all the key spots, and you just take the fights when they do occur. So that is the most typical sort of A execute. You cover most spots, you molly a little bit, and yeah, so that is the execute, and let's have a quick look what that will look like in game. So now let's cover what the main execute on A will look like. So what you do is you will smoke this, you would then smoke this, and then finally you smoke this. So that's what that looks like. Your palace guy will then molly under here, you get 1 guy to molly here, and you get 1 guy to molly here. Then if you want, the last guy can molly there, and just from a aerial view, that is what it looks like. So you pretty much have everywhere smoked or mollied. The only place that people can hide is here and here, or here, and then behind the boxes. And anybody trying to get into the site will have to fight a Molotov. Obviously, these 2 actually both connect and leaves this person bench nowhere to go, so they can't re-enter the site to a trade frag. And obviously, you just have to always worry about the move area of CT. So yeah, that is what the big execute on A will look like when you do it. And finally, the last thing I've got on the A site does require a mid push. However, we will get into the mid strategies in just a second. But This strategy is something that I've seen done a bit, and something that I would, if I was in a team and I was in game, I would definitely want to do with my team. So what you do is very simple. You send um, two guys in mid or underground. I'd recommend underground purely because you're not gonna have to fight the AWP at such a wide angle, this angle, and the chance of you dying there would be a lot more. So send two people underground, and the rest can stay in a ramp, or you can have a guy early game or early round watch palace in case there's a palace aggression, and obviously you can punish that. But the two guys underground can do one of two things, and I'll leave this completely up to you. How you want to do it and how you would want to see it done. So what they do is this. Sorry, I was just having a quick drink, then my throat got a bit dry. You can either get them to boost into windows, so two people here, they boost from one guy into here, he can kill this guy, and this guy, or you can get them to go up connector and do pretty much the same thing. It just depends on your preference as a team and all this stuff. So I would then throw all three smokes and do a normal execute, purely for the fact that it kind of sells the dummy that you're all there and that people shouldn't think too much about a flank coming in. However, you can do it this way as well. I've shown you the executing game, so I won't show it again when we jump into the game. But you can do it this way as well. You can do it kind of like the pistol strat. You smoke CT, and because you've got two guys behind, you can clear the jungle and the stairs position a lot quicker because you have got a guy coming up through connector and a guy boosted in window. Or you can do it just to got both of them come through connector. It really just depends on your personal preference. So let's have a quick look at what that split push will look like with all the smokes and stuff in game. And so the last A thing we can cover is the A split. So you would always send two guys mid, and then the mid guy can be boosted into jungle. Obviously, he can go into jungle, clear out the whole of the jungle, and obviously stairs. At this time, you can smoke CT, so smoke here, and then just focus like you would do it in the pistol strats, focus here. Or what you can do is sell a full execute. You sell the fact that there is a lot more here than there actually is, and then your two guys or your guy boosted jungle and your guy connector can focus, or the guy window specifically can focus on the people behind these smokes, and then the guy underground can focus on the guy rotating from short, because most of the time the short guy will just jump straight through mid when they get the call of full execute. So these have been the ace site strategies. Now let's just jump straight into the mid strategies. So the next area of the map we're going to be covering is the mid area, which I've just highlighted. I'm going to give you different types of ways you can play mid and the types of things you can do when you have it. So I'm going to cover all of this in just one big section, and then we'll cover, because showing it in game will take no time at all because it's such all of it is in a very small area. Now, I would first of all always smoke window. If you have a guy that can throw the smoke from T-spawn, I would recommend you do that every time, purely for the fact that mollying it, they will put a smoke down and then you will leave a massive gap in the window, which is not what you want, and that AWPer, if there is an AWPer there, can play, or even the player there can get swings and get frags on it. So always smoke it and make sure you got a smoke that does cover everything. There's no gaps in it so that they can't peek. Now, you have a couple options when it comes to mid. You can do three things in my eyes, and do it this way. So the first one is you can get connect control. How you do this is you make sure window is smoked at all times. You smoke short so you can smoke deep here. You can even molly ladder room if you want to, and then you just push everybody up through short. The next thing you can do is the flip side. You can smoke in connector, purely make sure it lands a bit deeper so that the people on a site can't see you. Make sure there's a smoke window. Go round short, clear out ladder room, push short onto the B site. And then the third and final thing you can do is you can boost the window. You can send two guys down mid, boost in the window smoke if you want to, keep the guy there, and then obviously you can get kills in window. So yeah, that is the sort of mid plays you can do. Now let's take a look what it will look like in game. So now we're going to be covering the mid strat. We're going to do this all in one go purely because it is very simple to cover. So as we covered in the video, there's a lot of different strategy you can do. The one thing I always would recommend is you smoke window. so that nobody can play it. So the two ways you can do this is you can throw a deep smoke connector that lands roughly there and blocks off the whole of the connector. The only thing you would have to worry about is people jumping on the box. Oh, if I can actually jump on the box. Obviously they can see the feet. I think if you smoke it a bit deeper, so about there, they can just see it. But smoke that, make sure window's smoked, and then push short. So you would come short, clear out the whole ladder room, and then go on short to ideally do a B split, because that's the most common thing you can do, or vice versa. So as always, make sure we have this window completely smoked. You can smoke short, which land there, and even if you want to, you can throw a Molotov into ladder room, which forces anyone in ladder room to have to go up and play mid and go into the smoke, and then you just go up connector and split that way. So yeah, that is all the strategies you can do in mid. So now let's jump into B. So now the third and final bit of Mirage we're going to be covering is the B site, and all the different strategies you can do when it comes to the B site. Now this one does require a lot of smokes, purely for the fact that there is four choke points that they can be at. This pillar, this area short, the window, and there. Four areas they can look into upper B, as well as the two or three that you have got on site. But the four cycles I smoked here, the four ones you're going to be mainly covering when it comes to pushing this site. So the first one we're going to cover is just a typical rush B. Obviously, you just send people up there. You if it's a pistol round, for example, you can have a molly truck or a molly bench, and depending on what you would prefer, two smokes can be here and here. So that's these pistols. So have a quick look what that will look like in game. So now we're going to cover what the B pistol strat would look like. So there's two ways you can do these. There's this one where you smoke off the two archers, and then you guys focus when you jump out a window. You focus on the whole entire site and kitchen, and then vice versa. You can get the people to throw a smoke here and to throw a smoke here, and you focus on short instead. But that is what those two smokes would look like when you push the site. Obviously, you got to clear on top of the boxes, van, bench, and backside. But yeah, that is what the B pistol strats will look like when you do them. And then the final one we're going to be covering is the last pick play you can do when it comes to the B site. It's very simple. You most people would like to jump on a truck so you can send your up a B and hope to get that pick. If he sees no one there, he can slowly creep up further and further into the B halls, cover the bench area, clear out the cross, and then obviously clear out shot, and then obviously sight as well when he does that. So let's have a quick look what that will look like in game. So then we're going to quickly cover or cover what the B pick play will look like. So I would recommend your AWP scopes in way before he gets to B apps. Obviously clear the truck angle, could be playing the barrel there, could be playing on the corner here. And then you would have to always be wary just in case somebody's playing the angle here on bench. Once you've done that, you can clear out market if there's no one market. I would also recommend that you keep this boost spot in the back of your mind. And then obviously clear the first arch, second arch, and back short. And then as you walk out onto the site, you can obviously clear the back site, the corner, that corner, and obviously on top of the site. And you can get a better look at bench. So yeah, that is the B pick play. So the final things we are going to be covering when it comes to the B site is the two sort of executes you can do, or the main execute you can do when it comes to this B site. Now there's obviously a lot of variations you can do depending on what you want to do. However, I'll just teach you the standard one. So what you do is you have all you guys up a B. You get this smoked, this smoked, this smoked, and this smoked. Requires 4 smokes, and then you Molotov the car area, you Molotov bench, and you fight the site. That is basically what you can do. Very simple, very quick and easy. So instead of wasting no time, just jump into game and see what that would look like. And so the last thing we're going to cover is what the B execute, or the thing we're going to be covering now is the B execute. So what you do is you throw all 4 of your smokes, which that one's a bit naff because I'm in flip. So you smoke all of them, you then will throw out molly into bench and throw out molly into car, and that from way up above is what it looks like. The 4 smokes, the 2 molotovs, and you just fight the site, and that way you should be able to get a plan and hopefully hold off the round. So yeah, that has been the B execute. So guys, I thank you for tuning in for the execute or the strat CSGO Mirage strategies guide, I guess we're going to call it. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you got any feedback for me, please leave them down below. Any feedback is appreciated, and I will try and improve as episodes go on. Next week I will though put a disclaimer out. It might not be any CSGO content purely because the Modern Warfare beta for PC comes out the day I'm recording this. It comes out later on today, so I'm going to be playing that just to get my hands on it. So there'll probably be a couple videos in the near future about that. However, we will over the next 7-8 weeks we'll cover every single map. We may have to move a few series around, but hopefully we can bring you some good content. So anyway guys, hope you have a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. You can get the very latest when any video goes out. Have a great day, and I will catch you next episode.